Hi everyone, welcome back. Thank you for joining me today. It's so great to have you here. So today I'm doing a fluid art creation. It's just going to be paint and water, and I'm using one of my most favourite colours. But I don't think I've used this colour as my base coat before. So I'm going to take you down to see the canvas and how I've prepared it. I'll show you the colour palette. It's one that I've not used in a combination before, so it's totally new. You'll probably be surprised, and I'm just excited to see how it turns out. So as always, let's see what we can create. Okay, so I'm using a 20" by 16" canvas. Let me just show you how I've prepared the edges. I've painted the edges with my base colour. My base colour is Amsterdam's Olive Green Deep. Gorgeous, gorgeous colour. So it's just paint and water, and it's 1 part paint to 1 part water. You can just see it's very fluid. I did a creation recently using 4 different pink tones, so I'm just going to use up those paints as well. I've got a light rose, and then I've got 3 other colours. I've thrown away the tube for the light rose because it came to the end. But these are the other colours. So I've got a permanent red violet. I've got a iridescent blue violet, or violet blue. And Winsor & Newton's crimson. So they're the kind of the pinky tones. And then I've got good old faithful Pebio's iridescent gold. So that's the colour palette. I've prepared my canvas. Let's go. So the first part of the process I always feel is the most important part, because if you can get your base coat right, I really feel that everything else will just follow. So I'm using my blow dryer on a cool speed and the lowest blow setting, and all I'm doing is covering the surface area of the canvas with the paint. I want to ensure that I've got a good consistent coverage across the full area of the canvas, and only then I will then take more paint and start layering up and blowing the creation out. So I'm ensuring I've got a good layer. It's across the canvas, and I'm going to go from one corner to the middle to the other corner. So I'm going to start off in this corner, go through to the middle, and end in the corner on the left. So I'm literally going to take one paint colour at a time. But first of all, I'm going to use my blowtorch. This is a butane torch, to just pop any of the air bubbles that may be within the paint. And then I'll start layering the colours one by one. So I'm going to start with my first colour, and I'm going to go for one of the pinks. Start in this corner, go up to the middle and end in that corner. So I'm just going to take this first colour and do a puddle on each corner. That's where I want to place my paints, because as I blow out the design, the paint within each corner will go over the edges. And now I need to join those 2 puddles up. So again, I'm just going to take my paint, move my way to the middle along a little bit, and then join up the other puddle. And that's now going to be my guide. That's my first layer, and I'm going to then build those layers up one by one with each colour paint. So I'm going to take my paints one by one and just continue layering. you'll see that I'm putting more paint volume on each corner and less within the middle, because I really want to create a balance between the two puddles. I've got to be mindful of the volume of paint I'm putting on the canvas, and I also need to be mindful about where I'm going to blow that paint out as well. So it makes sense to put more volume of paint on each corner, so each puddle, because I want to blow that out down the edges, down the sides. But there's less room for me to blow the paint within the middle because I want to keep that line going from one corner to another. I've just popped the air bubbles, so I'm going to start from the middle and blow out towards each puddle. So again, my blow dryer is on a cool setting and the lowest blow speed. And now this is just about blowing that paint out, looking at the composition and looking at the colour combinations. And I know from just starting this, I will need to add some more paint as I go. But I always think it's better to be able to add more paint than have too much paint on the canvas and blow lots out and waste it. So I'm going to add a little bit more paint now in a couple of the areas because I really want to have a stronger impact on each corner. I'm really happy with the amount and volume of paint in the middle part, but I really feel that each corner deserves to be even more bold and have a lot more paint on. So I'm just going to add some more paint now and blow that out. And it's great to see the infusion of all these colours working together, balanced with that really deep green on the base. If you're enjoying this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and give it a like, and also drop a comment down below to let me know what you think about this piece. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the base colour. I absolutely love greens, as you probably know if you've been following me for a while, and I'd love to show you a close-up now of this creation. But I do want to tweak it one more time and add a little bit more paint in this area. But I'll go on to that in a moment. But I really wanted to show you how these colours can really work well together and infuse together. But having that balance of the base colour, which is a block of colour, with the infusion of those pinks and gold across the top from one corner to the other. So I'm just going to add a little bit more paint into this corner, and that's because I want to balance the piece itself. When I look at it, I've decided that I just want to tweak the composition, and by just adding a little bit more volume onto this side will really help me balance the overall piece. So never be afraid to add a little bit more paint if you want to. And if you do add too much, then don't be scared to scrape an area off and reload it with the paint colours that you would like to use. I'm much happier now with the added piece to this corner. So I'll let it dry, and this is the dry version. I love the vibrancy of the pinks, the purple and the gold in that centre going from corner to corner. But I really do love that block colour of that deep green. I feel that that's a really great base coat, and one that I'm definitely going to use again in the future and experiment more with. But I really love how those colours in each corner have really infused together, and I love this colour palette overall. I just want to say a big thank you for all of you who have watched today and continue to support me and my channel. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope I get to see you again in the next video. Have a great week everyone, and take care of yourselves, and don't forget to share with me the pieces you create. See you soon. Bye.